I'm really sad this year's coming to an end.
Me too, but I'm excited to see the recap that Riley's putting together.
Yeah, but you're going to have to stay tuned. Your Blue Jay broadcast starts now.
This year has been one of my favorite school years.
Yeah, same.
Let's go over to Riley to see the recap.
Sadly, this school year is coming to an end. With new upcoming 6th graders moving their way up to middle school, and 8th grade making their way up to high school. Let's go see what some LMS 8th graders think is their favorite memory from this year.
My favorite memory from 8th grade is whenever Mrs. Emily Rich kicked the wobble stool out from under me and I fell and hit my wrist.
My favorite memory in 8th grade was when I came to school with my purple sunglasses and I told everybody pose with them, and I got a picture of Mr. R with them on, and it was my favorite picture ever.
My favorite memory from 8th grade is when we were at the 8th grade dance and Gabe was in the middle of a circle and we started doing the work.
My favorite memory from 8th grade was the musical, which was Mary Poppins. It was just really fun and I enjoyed it.
My favorite memory from 8th grade was the orchestra Branson field trip, because we went to Silver Dollar City and we got a trophy, so it was really fun. We rode a lot of rides.
My favorite memory from 8th grade was probably the 8th grade dance, because I was just able to hang out with my friends a lot and there was a lot of fun dancing.
My favorite memory from 8th grade is 4th hour PE and 1st hour history, because I get to have fun and spend time with my friends.
I hope you had a good school year and have an awesome summer.
I'm so excited for the 8th grade celebration.
What are we even going to be doing?
I'm not sure. Let's go over to Jesus.
Hey Blue Jays, do you know for this year's 8th grade celebration that 8th grades are going to Casey Rush Funplex? Let me tell you more about it. This is the 8th grade's first time in a long time having an 8th grade celebration field trip. The Casey Rush Funplex was decided on a Google form which all 8th graders took. The Google form had 4 options: Power Play, Main Event, Casey Zoo, and Casey Rush Funplex. Everyone had a chance to fill out the form and decide on one of the choices. Eventually, everybody got to vote, and Casey Rush Funplex had the most votes. Now that you know all about the votes, let me tell you more. Casey Rush Funplex has many fun things to do. One of my favorites were the arcade. The arcade is super fun to play with your friends, and it'll make you feel like a kid again. Another thing I enjoyed was the go-karts. They have a whole track, and it is very fun and competitive. Another thing I enjoyed was mini golf. Mini golf is an easy and competitive game to play with your friends. Lastly, let me tell you who planned it all. Student Council has planned everything with the field trip celebration and more. Student Council has done a lot, like the mixer, the 8th grade dance, and the celebration. Student Council is run by Miss Green and Miss Moore. Let's go over to see how they planned it.
200 kids going to the 8th grade field trip. We're going to leave LMS about 9:30. We'll get to Rush Funplex at 10 o'clock. We'll stay and play from 10 to 1, and that 3 hours you'll be able to do all of the activities that they have. And if you bring extra money, you can do as many arcade games as you want to buy, those kinds of things. We'll also have a pizza lunch for you guys there. The process of planning was a lot easier this year because I had a lot of 8th grade teacher volunteers. So we had a committee of about 6 teachers who sent out a survey to students to see where y'all wanted to go. We did a process of elimination based off of what was most feasible and what we could actually afford. And then we kind of paired up what was highest voted to what would be most cost effective. I am most excited for hanging out with my 8th grade teacher friends.
Hopefully you decide to go. Let's continue with your Blue Jay broadcast.
How much do you think this water bottle costs?
I don't know, but that's a fun game the students at LMS have been playing.
Let's go check it out.
The first item we have is a life-size stuffed giraffe for $129.
Price of the life-size giraffe is $50.
I think the price of this stuffed animal giraffe is $335.
The next item we have is a pair of grass slippers for $27.
I think the price of these grass slippers are about $250.
I think the grass slippers are $25.
The next item we have is a pair of Bape shoes for $325.
I think the prices of these Bape shoes are about somewhere around $400. I think the price of these Bape shoes are around like $600.
What am I going to do over this summer?
Well, the community center is very popular. We even have a story over it.
Let's go over to Macy.
Have you ever seen the community center and wondered what you can do in it? Well, today I'm going to be going over it and see what you can do. It also has many benefits.
Benefits of the community center are the gym and basketball court.
First, I'm going to be going over the swimming pool area. It's a good size and you will have a lot of room. It has diving boards, so if you want to practice your diving, you can. It also has a little swimming pool for littler kids if you want to bring your siblings. Next, I'm going over the gym area. The gym area has many benefits. You can get a full workout in, you can run on the treadmills and the stairs. You can do yoga and stretch with the yoga balls. You can also bench press and do pull-ups on the pull-up bar. There's a lot of ways you can get your workout in. Lastly, I'm going to be going over the basketball court. You can get a good workout in, and it's a good workout place. You can also hang out and play with your friends and listen to music. This is a good way to play basketball and train and hang out with your friends. Also something to do over the summer. Those are 3 things you can do in the community center.
Baby, 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 oh! Wow, that was really good.
I know, they should definitely try it for a talent show.
Let's go over to Jack for the talent show.
I find myself very talented in lots of ways, but not quite as talented as the people that do the talent show. Let's go and hear about some of these very talented people that are doing the talent show and what goes into the production of making the talent show happen. Miss Heeman and the Thespians Club have been hard at work getting the talent show prepared. I asked Miss Heeman how production of the talent show was as a whole this year. She said, "It's been great. We really think that the talent show will be as big of a hit as ever this year." I also asked her, why is the talent show so important for middle schoolers as a whole? She said, "It's important because it allows for quieter students to show their talents to their peers." It was good to hear about what goes into producing a talent show. Now, let's go to some people that have roles in the talent show.
I've been doing rapping for about a year, and as far as how excited I am, I'm gonna be honest, I'm completely nervous actually.
Though Stefan's nervous, I'm sure he'll do great.
We've had a lot of challenges, a lot of people out in Thespians, but we're really just getting all the scripts together, and it's going to be a great show. Scripts, and mostly just making sure that everything's going to come together okay.
If it wasn't for Maddie and the Thespians Club, we wouldn't even have a talent show, so thank you to them. Now that you know some people that will have acts in the talent show, we should learn the specific details you need to know. The talent show is important to all who want to showcase their hidden talents. The show will take place May 26th in the theater, and it should be extremely exciting to see your peers excel in the spotlight. And for audience members, you must realize how much bravery it takes to stand in front of the whole school and perform. Please remain respectful at all times. The talent show will surely be a massive hit among the student body this year. Good luck to all contestants.
Wanting to get a job this summer, but what should I do?
Well, luckily, Amaya has a story all about it.
Are you 14 and looking for a job this summer? Well, you're in luck. Some 8th graders are getting to a point where they want to get a job and start making their own money. and there's plenty of opportunities in Liberty. Here are some places to look into applying at this summer if you're interested. McDonald's. As long as you're applying at a family-owned restaurant, you're likely to get hired. To find certain locations, you can search 14-year-old McDonald's openings on Indeed.com. Along with McDonald's, some students here at LMS already have jobs like Burger King, Hardee's, and Freddy's, all which you can apply for at the minimum age of 14. Here are some logical reasons to get a job in 8th grade. Experience. Having experience with the job, especially fast food young, is very good to take with you throughout your life. You learn the basics of a job and how to be sociable. Responsibility. Learning how to be responsible by doing things like getting to work on time, doing your job correctly, being smart with spending your checks, and all around having an obligation is a good thing when you're a teenager. Money management. You can start to save money to have your own instead of relying on your parents for things like vehicles, college, and all of your wants. Hope this helped anybody interested in getting a job this summer.
Where did that come from?
I don't know, but that was a pretty good paper airplane.
You know, Ian actually has a story about it. Let's go over to him now.
The paper airplane. Such a simple yet strangely creative, unique, and entertaining way to annoy as many teachers as possible. I think we all have familiarized ourselves with the paper airplane. Whether you make them every day or never made them at all, you probably at least know what they are. And with National Paper Airplane Day, a holiday which I'm sure nobody cares about, coming up soon, let's learn some information about the famous paper airplane. The origin of the paper airplane isn't fully known, but what we do know is that the original concept of paper gliders came from ancient China. However, refinement and development of the paper airplane took place in Japan around 500 BC. However, the more modern paper airplane we see today was invented by Jack Northrop, the co-founder of Lockheed Air Corporation in the 1930s. These were actually made to test certain flight designs. Today, the paper airplane is more than just a tool to test flight designs. There have actually been several records made with it. The longest amount of time a paper airplane has flown is 29.2 seconds, and the biggest paper airplane was 45 feet long and had a wingspan of 24 feet. Well, now that we know what paper airplanes really are, let's take a more in-depth look at them. Let's look at 3 paper airplane designs and see which are the best ones. The first one we're going to be looking at is the basic dart. This is probably the one most of you are familiar with. It's pretty common and easy to make, which is probably the reason it's seen so much. This design is made mainly for distance. The second one I'm going to look at is the humming flight. This one is going to be a bit more difficult than the basic dart, however it's still not too hard. This one is made not only for distance, but also for how long it's going to stay in the air. The third and final paper airplane we're going to look at is the gliding plane. Out of all the designs here, this one is the most difficult to make. This paper airplane is designed for both time in the air and being acrobatic. Well, we know where the paper airplanes came from. We know what all the designs are. But let's go one extra mile. Let's actually test the paper airplanes to see what their strengths and weaknesses really are. With that done, let's start with the basic dart. Now that the basic dart is done, let's move on to the humming flight. And finally, let's go to the gliding plane. That's disappointing. And it looks like our winner is the basic dart. It just goes to show that more complex doesn't always mean better. Well, now that we've looked at where the paper airplanes came from, the many designs, and tested said designs, it's interesting to know that such a seemingly simple thing can have so much history behind it. It just goes to show that no matter how simple and common something can be, there's always more to it than what meets the eye.
This weekend is going to be warm and cloudy, which is going to be great weather for the upcoming Royals game Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, it's going to be a low of 63 and a high of 81 with a 24% chance of rain. On Sunday, it's going to be a low of 62 and a high of 79 and a 24% chance of rain. That's all for you, Blue Jay Weather Report. Let's go back to Kelly and Sophie at the front desk.
I heard K-pop was a really popular genre of music.
Me too. Let's go over to Cameron to check it out.
Annyeong, that's how you say hi in Korean. There are many different Korean pop groups, but I'm sure you don't want to hear all of them. There's just too many to count. So I'm just going to talk about the main 3. Let's talk about Blackpink. Blackpink is one of the most popular girl groups in the K-pop industry. The group has 4 members, Lisa, Rosé, Jisoo, and Jennie. The oldest is Jisoo and the youngest is Lisa. The group has no leader. Some of their most popular songs are How You Like That or Kill This Love. Kill This Love was a popular hit in 2019, and How You Like That was released in 2020. Their fandom name is Blink. Blinks are still waiting for a comeback as they have not had one since 2020. While Blackpink is fun and all, they're still the most well-known group of all. BTS is the most popular K-pop group. BTS is a 7-member group consisting of RM, Jin, J-Hope, Jungkook, V, Jimin, and Suga. The oldest is Jin and the youngest is Jungkook. The group has an awesome leader, RM. Some of their most popular songs are Butter, and Dynamite. Butter is their most recent hit from 2021, and Dynamite was in the top 10 of 2020. BTS is setting records for being the first K-pop group to be nominated for a Grammy. They have been nominated twice, but have not won any. Let's change that, because they really deserve it. Okay, let's talk about maybe a lesser-known group. ITZY, one of JYP's 4th-generation girl groups. ITZY is a 5-member girl group that consists of members Yoona, Ryujin, Chaeryeong, Yeji, and Leah. The oldest is Yeji and the youngest is Yoona. The group has an outstanding leader, Yeji. Some of ITZY's most popular songs are Wannabe, or In the Morning. Wannabe was the song that made ITZY very popular. ITZY's newest comeback is a song titled Voltage. The song is actually not in Korean. It's their first song in Japanese. I could totally talk about K-pop all day, but I know you don't want to hear that, and I'm also not allowed to. So I guess I have to end it here, but I hope this kind of opens your eyes and ears to the K-pop world.
That was fun.
Yeah, but that's all the time we have for today.
This has been your Blue Jay Broadcast.